This is my fifth and final request for the day. Thank you for coming to my channel, by the way. I really appreciate it. This is Johnny Cash. It's like an old friend coming into my house. I grew up with him. Well, he was a little older than me, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, I grew up with his music, and this one is called Ragged Old Flag, and I confess I don't remember this one. Mainly what I remember with Johnny is A Boy Named Sue and a few other ones like that, but you know, he's a country music, or he was a country music legend, and so I'm looking forward to hearing his voice again. Johnny Cash singing the Ragged Old Flag. Don't forget that I put the links to the artists in the description field, and I hope that you'll support them. Subscribe to their YouTube channel, follow them on social media, buy their music if you like their music. I've got some Johnny Cash. So this is Johnny Cash singing Ragged Old Flag. See if we got subtitles. Nope. No subtitles today at all.
I walked through a county courthouse square. On a park bench, an old man was sitting there. I said, "Your old courthouse is kind of run down." He said, "No, it'll do for our little town." I said, "Your old flagpole is leaned a little bit, and that's a ragged old flag you got hanging on it." He said, "Have a seat," and I sat down. "Is this the first time you've been to our little town?" I said, "I think it is." He said, "I don't like to brag, but we're kind of proud of that ragged old flag. You see, we got a little hole in that flag there when Washington took it across the Delaware. And it got powder burned the night that Francis Scott Key sat watching it write and say, 'Can you see?' And it got a bad rip in New Orleans with Pakenham and Jackson tugging at its seams. And it almost fell at the Alamo beside the Texas flag, but she waved on though. She got cut with a sword at Chancellorsville, and she got cut again at Shiloh Hill. There was Robert E. Lee, Beauregard, and Bragg, and the south wind blew hard on that ragged old flag. On Flanders Field in World War I, she got a big hole from a Bertha gun. She turned blood red in World War II. She hung limp and low a time or two. She was in Korea, Vietnam. She went where she was sent by her Uncle Sam. She waved from our ships upon the briny foam, and now they've about quit waving back here at home. In her own good land here, she's been abused. She's been burned, dishonored, denied, and refused. And the government for which she stands is scandalized throughout the land. And she's getting threadbare and she's wearing thin, but she's in good shape for the shape she's in. 'Cause she's been through the fire before, and I believe she can take a whole lot more. So we raise her up every morning, we take her down every night, we don't let her touch the ground, and we fold her up right. On second thought, I do like to brag, 'cause I'm mighty proud of that ragged old flag.
All these months.
Well, that's one way to end the day. Hmm. So many thoughts. I used to be proud of America. I'm not so proud of her anymore. We've strayed off the path from freedom, and we've moved closer to tyranny. We've elected people who were less than they could have been, and they've gotten us into wars that we shouldn't have been in. And now we have to decide between a senile old fart and a loudmouth bully to lead our country. It's hard to be proud of America anymore. It's hard to stand up and salute the flag and think that it stands for freedom. I wish I could say that the future is bright for America, but I can't. And, you know, I thought about this, and I should have said it earlier. For all of my viewers from other countries, there may have been a lot in there that you didn't even know what he was talking about. I don't know how much you know about the history of our country, but we used to have a lot to be proud of. And we could again if the right people would rise up and lead our country. But sadly, it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. So we're on the precipice of what are clearly uncharted waters. And I pray that somehow, some way, God can lift America out of the muck and the mire and place her back on firm footing. But if he can't, or if he won't, he'll still stand up for me and you, and he'll still keep us safe. And no matter what country we live in, God can lead us to victory in whatever we do. And I pray that he does that for you and for every person that you love. Sorry to end on such a sad note. But that's what that song or speech did for me. It made me think about all the things that have gone wrong and how far off the track we are from where we started. So this is the end of another day. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And until then, this is the Vietnam Era Vet signing off.